It's time for another edition of Music Matters. I'm Monkeyboy.
I'm Ziggy, and today we're going to have so much fun.
We are talking the Big Four. Not the original Big Four.
Well, we're going to talk about that Big Four.
A little bit. But
yeah,
we're going to make up our own Big Four of modern, the newer stuff.
It's going to be a fun episode
yeah.
because we decided to do this, and you haven't shared any of your bands with me. I haven't shared any of my bands with you.
Nope.
There really wasn't any other parameters, so we're going to talk about that, and we both struggled mightily to do this in the past.
It's been tough.
And I'm going to tell you why we've struggled to do it. There are a few reasons.
Oh, yeah.
And so we're going to do that. We'll talk about the Big Four of hard rock real briefly, and then talk about the Big Four of metal,
right?
Which is a giant umbrella. And then if we have time at the end, some bands that are out there now that we think are very radio friendly and that people would really enjoy.
Yeah, we're gonna hit all of it. If you're into today's rock scene, this is your episode. This is for you. Yeah, because it isn't really about, when you use the word metal. Right.
We've discussed this on previous episodes. For the people that have barriers to that, it's immediately the word metal.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, metal has many subgenres.
So many.
You and I, we listen to a lot of different forms of metal. There is the extreme stuff out there that, that our moms and dads said that's nothing but noise.
Yep, yeah.
I do listen to that.
I do too.
I listen to the more, and I enjoy it more, the more radio-friendly, poppier, melodic, harmonic metal that is out there. Metalcore.
Metalcore.
It might have a metal breakdown in it. It might have a little bit of screaming, but there are songs that have beautiful singers
and melodies and
melodies. You're able to hear the lyrics throughout the song.
Yeah.
Some very good bands out there.
So many
that shouldn't scare you away from metal. It's just that's the category that they fall into. But
sure.
They're your future dad rock bands.
Yes. Yeah. We're definitely going to be talking about future dad rock bands, and some dad rock bands that are currently dad rock bands.
Right. Exactly.
So we're gonna hit on all of that. So,
but something we haven't done in a while is talked about the active rock chart.
Yeah, it's been a while. So let's take a look at what's going on today.
In 2025.
It is the second week of October, almost third, and coming in at number 10 is Papa Roach. And Papa Roach have a song called Brain Dead with Toby Morse.
I am not a fan of that song.
I'm not either, honestly. No. That's not one of my favorite Papa Roach songs.
But I'm a Papa Roach fan.
I am too, but that one just didn't do it for me. But it made the top 10. Actually, it made number 6, all the way to number 6 before it started to fall. Number 9 is Dayseeker. They're a really newer, upcoming killer band. I know they're one of your faves.
I'm a big Dayseeker fan. Huge.
Pale Moonlight is at number 9.
Yeah. They'll be one of the bands we're going to talk about at the end of the episode.
Pretty much all the top 10. You're going to hear the names a lot in this episode. The Funeral Portrait at number 8 with Dark Thoughts.
Yeah.
That's a great band, great song. Number 7, Ghost. Yes, with Lacrima. I think that's how you say
Lacrima.
it. Lacrima. Yep. They are such an interesting band.
They are.
If you haven't gotten into Ghost yet, you should take a listen and see what they're all about. Number 6, Sleep Token.
Yeah.
Caramel. That song is
or is it Caramel?
Caramel, whatever. It's however you want to pronounce it. But anyway,
up a spot with their song Tomato.
They're up 2 spots to number 6. Number 5, Five Finger Death Punch with The End, and Baby Metal is also with them on that song. Yeah. Number 4, Pretty Reckless for I Am Death And then number 3, great to see this band back on the charts, and I think this song's going to hit number 1 real soon, probably next week. 9 Inch Nails and As Alive as You Need Me to Be. It's
Not
off
my
the
thing.
Tron soundtrack. Not your thing?
No, 9 Inch Nails.
It is
not my
very...
thing.
This track, if you are a 9 Inch Nails fan, is a return to the 9 Inch Nails song type sound, you know.
I've heard the song. It's not a bad song.
It's catchy.
just-
It's very catchy. That riff that they have, or the beat that they have, is just
Yeah,
you just start bobbing your head as soon as it goes.
Yeah, I've just never gravitated towards 9 Inch Nails, I guess.
I have been a 9 Inch Nails fan. 9 Inch Nails is the reason my back sucks.
Oh,
Yeah, because
Okay.
I went crowd surfing at a 9 Inch Nails show and got dropped. But it was a killer show. It was amazing. Number 2, Volbeat. And Time Will Heal is the name of that one. And your number 1 artist for this week, Bad Omens, Spectre.
Spectre.
Yes.
All very good bands in there.
I guarantee we're going to have some of those bands come
Yeah.
up here in this episode again.
Yeah.
Also, before we get into it, rest in peace to the bassist of Limp Bizkit.
Oh, yes.
That's Sam, right? Is
Yeah.
his name? Yeah, Sam. Well, we don't know the cause of death yet. Just know that he passed. So, sending thoughts and prayers to all the fans and friends and family of
Yeah,
him.
sometimes, and then there's just the shockers.
Yeah, that. Well, there were 2 shockers this week that really weren't really anticipated. So, I mean,
Yeah.
Ace
Sad deals.
was, at least a little older. Sam was like 48, something
Yeah.
like that. He was
Mhm.
young. Like, he was younger than me, and that's saying something. That starts to get me worried.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When
Yeah.
people my age start dropping, I was like, yeah, maybe I should take care of myself a little better. Oh, okay, well, anyway. Big 4.
Okay, so just our opinions.
Yes, these are just solely each of our opinions.
Monday morning at
We are-
9 a.m. There's not going to be a big press conference,
we're-
and these are
Right.
the absolutes. Thanks to Monkeyboy and Ziggy.
Right. Yeah, no, this is...
We have a new Big 4.
Right, no, this is...
They get the Nobel Peace Prize for getting the new Big 4. Thank you so much, Sweden, for this lovely award.
That's good.
Okay, so we struggled with this because we're going to talk about the Big 4 hard rock here in just a second, but we struggled with this, both of us, throughout the week because let's go back to the original Big 4, Metallica, Anthrax, Slayer, Megadeth.
Yeah.
Okay, you'll get this now. You'll be, you're right. A whole culture was formed around that. A
For
whole
sure.
new lifestyle, a whole new world.
Yep.
These kids, these fans did not exist prior to that. They had been inspired by the original wave of British metal, which would have been like Black
Iron Maiden
Sabbath.
and Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your Judas
Priest.
and stuff like that. So that was underground over in the UK, right? And then it comes over to America. It explodes, but no one knew to wear torn jeans then.
No.
That was created by the young generation of the time, and the concert shirts and just everything that came with that was built around that Big 4.
Yeah.
And so now we don't have that. We have a very big umbrella of subgenres of metal.
Yeah.
Whereas we didn't have that back then. We just had metal. That's what it was.
Right. That's true.
It was nothing else. There wasn't metalcore or jazz metal or black metal. It was just referred to as metal. But now, over all these years, we have these subgenres, which again we're never going to talk about on the podcast. It's nonsense information, but important to us, I guess.
Right.
But there's just so many subgenres now that we could do an episode on the Big Four
Easily.
of every subgenre.
Yeah, yeah. There's reasons for each one of them.
Because you can go back to that time, to the 80s, and yeah, that would be your Big Four. But you can think of, some other bands that are always looped in there if you had the Big 5 or 6 or whatever, Exodus, Void, Testament, things like that. But yeah, with all the subgenres, it's just, excuse me, it's really hard to come up with now. But
plus, there's just a lot more bands that are playing that type of music.
There is the pool.
Yeah.
The pool of bands. It has grown by the thousands.
Yes.
Music subjectivity has changed. In the 1980s, when them Big Four are popular, that's just kind of what you had to, then you could, okay, here's Metallica, wait 5 years, here's another band, and they were all judged on those four that came, all those bands that came after.
Right.
But that is I guess everything gets compared to that.
Yeah.
Now, some of those bands from 25, 30 years ago are still around today, still influential today. The main one, I think you would agree, would be Metallica. They're still out there selling massive amounts of concert tickets and albums, still influencing bands.
Megadeth is too. I mean, they're releasing their final album. They're going on their tour. Mm-hmm. I'd say they're still relevant.
Anthrax is still out there doing.
They're actually really getting ready
doing
to release
albums.
a new album too.
Slayer is doing some scattered shows. I don't think there's any new music on their horizon, but they got to keep the money coming in. So it's really hard to come up with the Big Four. I mean, we're looking at, you and I guess the other parameter we did discuss is 15 years, but some of these bands have been along 20 years, and they're influential. Okay, so who would you say are the Big Four of hard rock, if you want to go 15, 20 years?
15, 20 years.
Of hard rock.
Shinedown has to be there.
That would be one of my...
They absolutely have to be there. I mean, just by the sheer number one hits alone.
Okay.
That they have to be there. I wrote down 3, but now I'm starting to question my own thoughts.
Okay, go ahead.
Disturbed, I think.
Okay, if we're going to do
but they might be metal.
We're going to do,
I might consider them metal.
That was a little bit of a hang-up for me, too.
Yeah, because they fall kind of in both categories.
But I guess I was more thinking of...
Newer.
No, I was thinking of the biggest of the big in hard rock. The Shinedown qualifies.
Yeah.
But there's like 3 other bands. I think, like we do with the Big Four, you have your Testaments will avoid Exodus. Your honorable mentions, if you had like a top 8 or whatever.
Right, for sure.
And so Five Finger Death Punch, yes, would probably be there.
Probably.
Okay. So, who's your second one?
Okay. I have, I'd say, judging from number of singles that they've released that have been, huge. They're, always on tour. They're always, producing good stuff. Papa Roach, they're on the charts right now. I think they definitely, in the hard rock.
I would say that my number 2 would be 3 Days Grace.
Now, see, I had them. I had actually.
Oh, you do?
I did, but I switched them.
Okay.
They were my number. They were my number 2, but then I thought, I think Papa Roach has more hits than 3 Days Grace has hits, so that's why I switched it.
Well, you can Google that while I discuss my number 3.
All right.
My number 3 again. My personal criteria here is sold a lot of records. You've had a lot of number 1s, top 5s, top 10s. You're just killing it. I would say Breaking Benjamin.
Oh yeah.
Breaking Benjamin would be my number 3.
Okay. Well, I told you my number 3 was 3 Days Grace. It looks like 3 Days Grace has more number 1 hits on mainstream rock charts, while Papa Roach has a smaller number of top hits.
Okay.
So it's close though. Papa Roach has released 39 singles and 53 music videos, but they have fewer chart-topping hits than 3 Days Grace. So 3 Days Grace does belong at number 2. Then Papa Roach would be number 3.
So who's number 4 for you?
Number 4, this was a tough one. But I think that they have kind of proven themselves over the past few years to be a big draw. Their albums have hit number 1. They've had a lot of success recently, and that band is Ghost.
I wouldn't have them on this list.
You wouldn't?
No.
No.
Interesting.
I think Ghost has that new quality. They don't have the number of hits yet that like say a Breaking Benjamin would have, but I think they'll get there. I think they are the future of the hard rock era of this era. I think they're going to be one of the big bands. They already are a big band, but I mean, I think they're just going to keep growing with popularity.
Yeah, I wouldn't put them on this list, but I may bring them up.
Okay. And who is your 4th?
Well, that's a tough one, right?
Yeah, it was.
Because the first 3 are easy.
Yeah.
They've been all over the radio, all over the...
Right.
Just everywhere.
Right.
For the last 10, 15 years. And, I'm sitting here, and so... I mean, there's, I guess, 3 I might put there in number 4. The first one would be Disturbed.
Yeah.
The second would be Five Finger Death Punch. And the third would probably be Pop Evil.
Oh,
but I'm just, where do you put Nickelback?
Or Seether.
Oh, I don't know, Seether, but Nickelback
too. Does, yeah. Nickelback.
I think
I didn't even think about Nickelback.
I think Nickelback.
Oh, yeah,
I really think
no,
Nickelback.
You're right. Nickelback has to be there.
They do at
they
number
do.
5.
No, I think they have to take place of Ghost.
Or 4. I'm sorry, 4.
I think you're right. Yeah, Nickelback has to be there. They were the most played band from the year like 2002 to 2012. I want to say they were the most played band on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember all the, because I watched that documentary on Nickelback when they were releasing that album. And
Shinedown had crossover success at the time.
Nickelback had huge
3 Days Grace
success.
had crossover success. I'm not sure about Breaking Benjamin. I guess they did in recent years. They had a couple ballads that crossed over. But, I'm not taking anything away from Disturbed or Five Finger Death Punch or, like Pop Evil, they were all having massive careers.
Massive.
So, I mean, we had a couple of similar there.
Yeah. God, you had to. How could we forget Nickelback? God, yeah, Nickelback has to be there. It has to. Mm-hmm. So that takes Ghost off, and it'd be Shine Down, 3 Days Grace, Papa Roach, and Nickelback.
Okay.
I think that sounds right.
I think it does.
I do, yeah.
It does sound right.
All right.
So let's then, because this is even more tough.
Yeah, the metal.
Yeah. So again, we're gonna get into metal, and most of these I think would be, they might be, some of them have been around longer than the 15 years, but I don't think that they hit that peak back then. I think they've hit it since, in the last 15 years. The Lamb of God.
Okay. I gotta take one off of here. I just thought it has to, if we're gonna, that has to.
I mean, we might have to debate this a while.
Yeah, to get it narrowed down.
But I'm thinking of, Lamb of God.
Yep.
As my first one.
And it's a solid choice.
Okay.
Slipknot. As much as they're, I mean, they've had a huge career, and I mean, they are such a different band than any of the others.
Slipknot, yes, has to be on there.
Yeah.
Again, music is subjective. This is mostly an opinion-based show. Maybe I've said this to you before. I am not a huge Slipknot fan.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, I knew that.
I like a lot of their songs, and I can remember when they were at their peak, and people are going to their concerts and they were having heart attacks.
Oh yeah.
And I listened to the metal of today, and then I listened to Slipknot, and I'm like, oh, that doesn't even give me a headache, let alone a heart attack. I don't know, man. I guess I wasn't paying attention in the 1990s when they were heavier than heavy, but
yeah,
Slipknot's just never done anything for me. I'd go see them. I don't hate them. Just not my thing.
I've seen them 3 or 4 times. Every time been an outstanding show. I saw their first tour on Ozfest, and that was something. That was craziness. Their whole stage show is just insane. And nobody really knew how, because I mean they were really heavy compared to any other bands on that tour. And it was a metal tour, but they were, holy shit. I mean...
Well, yeah, I remember hearing about it. So, yeah, Slipknot deserves to be on there.
Yeah,
they do.
For sure.
So what do we got, 1 and 2?
Well, that was each of our ones.
Oh, that was each of our ones. Let's see here. I want to go with Avenged Sevenfold. Not 100% sure, though. Not 100% sure. I mean, maybe... instead of Avenged Sevenfold, I'm going to go ahead and go Mastodon.
Ooh, Mastodon. All right. I think another band that has to be in the metal category that did amazing things in the past 20 years would have to be Godsmack.
Well, I think that would fit into the hard rock thing.
Yeah, hard rock, metal. Yeah, they're a little bit more hard rock, aren't they?
You know, we didn't really think of Godsmack back in that bit of the conversation either. But
yeah.
Okay, well, we'll probably think of more while we're talking.
I know. That's why I started thinking like none of these are on my original.
It's an interesting subject for sure. I mean, there's so much to choose from. So, well, I mean, if you want to stick with Godsmack, you can stick with Godsmack.
I think I'll stick with Godsmack. You can hear the gears grinding. And
Yeah. This is what's referred to in radio
as dead air.
As dead air, and that's not good. You can get a call from your boss, Rich, from his office saying, why is there nothing going? Okay, so yes, I was thinking there. I'm going to say Gojira.
Gojira, yeah.
Gojira.
Gojira is awesome. Love Gojira. Yeah, there's a band I want to put on here.
Okay, what's their name?
But they don't deserve to be on here.
Who?
But it's just because I love them.
Oh.
Typo Negative.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're not the top, but they're my fave. They're one of my faves. I would have to say Big Four Metal. I'm gonna go someone a little bit more modern, a little more metalcore, and I'm gonna say Sleep Token.
I can't go with that.
No?
No. But wait. Just wait.
Okay.
Yeah. You got another choice for that instead of Sleep Token?
Yeah, I could go with, I mean, I named him on the, well, no. Yes. What is their name? Damn it.
Could we put Kill Switch Engage?
That's the one I was trying to think of. Kill Switch Engage. Yes. That was the one I was going with.
I would go with for declaring this Monday at 9 in the press conference. I would go with Slipknot, Lamb of God, Mastodon, or
oh, I got one.
Wait, we did Slipknot.
I got one.
We did Slipknot. We did Mastodon, Lamb of God, and Kill Switch Engage. Those would be my big four.
I have to put in there for my final one, Seven Dust.
I think Seven Dust that's another one that I think more fits in hard rock.
Really? Like their earlier stuff? That's some metal. They did like go more radio friendly, but their first album, that was metal.
You know, I think in compiling mine, in this list anyway, metal influence. I think with the hard rock bands, it was more based on popularity sales.
Right,
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was just thinking influence. Now, if you want to, right here just on the fly, we can go with the last 10, 15 years and legitimately speak to the last 10, 15 years. And we can come up with, do you want to do the the big five.
Okay.
Legitimately sticking to 15 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Who would be your number one?
Bring Me the Horizon.
Bring Me the Horizon, absolutely. Another one of my favorite bands.
Yeah, they definitely belong on that list.
I think that
they're so different than anybody too.
I think there's a lot of bands here that could be on this list.
Oh, a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot.
Okay, so I would say Bad Omens.
Yep, I have them on my list as well. Sleep Token.
I think, boy, the Sleep Token one is tough, isn't it? Because
they're huge right now.
Well, they are.
They're absolutely
They are
massive.
huge, but if you look at Bad Omens and you look at Bring Me the Horizon, these bands started from the ground up.
True.
And they went through a period of growth and change. And Sleep Token has been around for a while. I mean, this isn't their first album.
No,
this is
had
their
a couple.
Yeah. You know, they've been around for just a few years. But I think that their popularity was born out of something else that Bad Omens and Bring Me the Horizon didn't have.
What's that?
Well, now, do you know what I'm saying? I mean, the Media Machine was different for Sleep Token. It's been different than it was for Bad Omens and Bring Me the Horizon.
They've been a lot more kind to Sleep Token, I think. Mainly, I think, because what they're doing with their music, like, it's not your conventional metal or hard rock. In fact, it brings in elements of, R&B and, well, not R&B, but like pop and other forms of music.
Well, I think I mentioned that two of our friends, Josh and Brandy, I was up at their house a few weeks ago, and I don't know, we got to talking about music or something, and I brought up Sleep Token, and neither one of them had heard of Sleep Token. They listen to country music and rock and some heavier stuff and whatever. And we were out in the garage and I played some, and they were both into it. And I think they're probably checking it out. And that's the thing about Sleep Token is it's not metal. It's a whole bunch of things.
Yeah. But it has definitely has metal elements.
Yes, it does. It's R&B. It's jazz.
It's everything.
Ethereal. It's moods.
Yeah.
Various moods moving throughout the music.
It's got rap in it.
It's got rap. It's interesting. I'll go ahead if we're doing the top 5 here of the last 15 years. I'll put them at number 5.
Okay. All right. Then let's see. Another band I think that is definitely on there is I Prevail.
Yes.
I think they
I Prevail have had
a huge following build up over the years. Every time they release something, it gets top 10. Yeah, they've had a lot of good luck recently.
They have. I don't know what's going to happen with them now.
Yeah.
With parting with
right
Brian, but I don't think that the new album has sold like they wanted to. But
no,
anyway.
But it's still they're
yeah, I would agree with I Prevail. So we got one left. This is going to be hard.
Very.
Because I'm thinking of bands like Falling in Reverse.
Yeah, that one has to be.
I don't want to put that band on any list that is good. what's another one?
Let's see here.
Falling in reverse.
There's so many different bands you could go with. I mean, Funeral Portraits have been a big one.
Funeral Portraits relatively.
They're really new, relatively new, but having a lot of luck. Ice Nine Kills have been making a lot of waves. Let's see.
There's, I guess, it's weird because there's so many just different niches. So many sub-genres now.
I know.
And when we're going back again to the original Big Four, the 1980s, it's a much different time than now in
much different.
2025, because again, a conversation we've had, music consumption is limited by the major corporations, like iHeart.
Yep.
What you're consuming live by Ticketmaster and Live Nation.
Yep.
That music pool is smaller, not only on your streaming sites, but especially on your radio station. It takes a long time. It takes a huge amount of press and popularity out there on TikTok and those social media sites.
Yeah, to get it to come over.
That's where people are finding music. That's where these large corporations are going for the popular stuff.
Oh, for sure.
And so you've had Sleep Token take off because of that.
Yeah.
Mainly Sleep Token is very social media driven popularity.
For sure.
And, you have Falling in Reverse, another band that is intentionally kept out there in the press by the lovely Ronnie Radke.
Yeah.
So, would you think that that's the list of the last 15
I think
years?
so. I mean, they're the big ones.
I think you have to put Falling in Reverse there.
I think you do too.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've had massive success, massive tours. Their songs have been in the top 10. Pretty much every one they've released has made it top 10, if not number one. So yeah, they've had a lot of big hits lately, and a lot of good things as far as music wise happening for them. They have to be there.
Okay. Well, we did pretty good there.
I think we did.
We did. I mean, it was, there was a little bit more agreement than I thought.
Yeah.
It's hard to get into because we didn't discuss these.
There's a couple. There's one list I think we should come up with too, because we didn't name one in our top 4 or 5 of any of them.
Best violinists in country music?
Best female-fronted bands of the modern era. And I would have to go with Evanescence. I would have to go with, what's the band?
Well, you have to put Hailstorm.
Pretty Reckless, Hailstorm.
Yeah, Pretty Reckless. Wouldn't you have to go
In This Moment?
Wouldn't you have to go Lacuna Coil?
Yeah, probably Lacuna Coil. They've had. I mean, can you think of any others besides those 5? No.
I think Lacuna Coil. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, very good, boy.
Hey,
that came
on
together
the spot.
Quick.
Yeah.
On the spot.
There we go.
in 2025, there are some good bands out there.
No, there are a lot of good bands out there.
So, let's talk about the metal bands that are radio friendly. The music is referred to as metalcore.
Mm-hmm.
It's a subgenre of metal. And don't get scared by the word metal or the word core.
Right.
It's different than other music out there. Right? It has different elements than other forms of metal.
Right.
And so we're talking about a band we've already talked about, Sleep Token. I would recommend Sleep Token.
I would definitely recommend Sleep Token.
They do have breakdowns in their songs, and it can get just a little bit heavy, but it's temporary.
Right.
It's temporary. But other than that, it's radio friendly. You can understand the lyrics. There's harmony. There's melody.
Yep. I think we have to talk about Architects.
Well, Architects is a band.
They're a little heavier.
That we talked about in our last episode.
Yeah.
That if you are enjoying their current hit.
Yeah, this one's a little bit lighter than what.
Well, it's a lot.
It's a big
It's
departure.
a lot lighter. If you're going to go, oh, I love this current hit by Architects.
Right.
I would probably recommend that you go listen to the new album or the previous album. If you go to their first album,
then
you're going to go, wow.
Yeah, that's a completely different band.
Yes,
yeah.
But they have gotten more radio friendly. But
they have.
That is a band that I would recommend. My favorite song by them is not radio friendly. It's called Doomsday. But
yeah, that is a good tune.
You brought
Butterflies is, I think, my favorite from them.
Yeah.
I like that song.
You brought up the Funeral Portrait.
Yeah.
Relatively new band.
Mm-hmm.
I really like them a lot. They're very radio friendly.
Very.
It's like dad rock radio friendly.
Yeah, almost. Yeah.
Dayseeker. I'm so glad Dayseeker has finally hit the chart. This is a band I just absolutely love. Rory Rodriguez he's a beautiful singer. He sometimes screams in the song,
mm-hmm.
but they're beautiful songs filled with beautiful melodies, very big choruses. I like the band Archers.
Archers are awesome. They're from the Midwest too. They're
from the Midwest.
Kind of like Illinois, is it? I want to say
I
Illinois
think so.
or Iowa.
No,
maybe
not
like,
Iowa.
It's close to Iowa.
Yeah.
It's like on the border.
But they're a band again that he's got a great singing voice.
Mm-hmm.
They have a teensy harder edge to them.
For sure.
Can you think of some others? I like the band.
God, there's a lot of them. I mean,
I like this band called Caskets.
Caskets are good. Caskets are really
they're
good.
radio. They're probably an Octane band.
Yeah.
I don't listen to Octane. I don't have it, but I know that it's a good source for some
sure.
of these bands that we're talking about that you're not going to hear on regular terrestrial radio.
All That Remains, I really dig. I think they're a little bit more on the heavy side, but they're a great band right now to check out. Spirit Box is a different type of band.
Spirit Box,
but they're
now,
good.
They're a two-sided coin.
Yeah, they're
a two-sided
ethereal,
coin.
maybe.
I think they have a very ethereal sound, but again, it's beautiful melodies.
Yeah, and then very heavy.
And then very heavy because she has a beautiful singing voice.
Yeah, for sure.
And then she's a screamer, and you generally get both in each song, and you'll go, "Oh, who's this guy?" No, that's not a guy. That's her.
That's her.
But I think you have to wade into Spirit Box very lightly.
Yeah.
To really get an understanding of what they're doing here.
They're a very different kind of band, but they're cool.
It's good music.
Yeah,
it's good music.
It is. Let's see. Other bands I'm thinking of that are kind of in the same. Motionless in White have been doing pretty good.
Yeah.
No, you don't like them?
No.
Okay.
I don't hate Motionless in White. I've seen them. I enjoyed the live show. I just want to say that Motionless in White is, they get a lot of crap from Ronnie Radke of Falling in Reverse.
Sure.
Because he uses the same vocal effect that Ben Burnley does for Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah.
He tends to sound a lot like
They
Ben,
do sound a lot like
Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah.
There's really nothing original about him, but I've gone to see them, and I would go see them.
They're a good live show.
Yeah.
What about Beartooth?
Beartooth, great band, love them.
Yeah.
Just absolutely love them. You talk about choruses, well,
they've got them in spades.
They've got them.
They are really a great band.
And that's all Caleb Shomo.
Yeah.
We were talking about.
You can go back a few years with this band, with Beartooth. They've got quite a few albums.
You can go. Yeah, they've been around.
Yeah.
I mean, they're probably past the 15-year.
I don't know about past, but they're definitely they've made
as
far
the
as
most hitting their
yeah.
stride. It's been in the last 15 years.
Yeah.
And they're I highly recommend them. They've got. I just. There's not a song of theirs I don't like. I even listen to the deep cuts.
They're great.
Just because of the choruses. And you can put Nothing More right there, too. Because they're
Nothing More is definitely needs to be on
they've had radio-friendly hits.
They have. Yep.
They write great songs, great choruses. You're talking about melody and harmony. Not a lot of screaming in the songs. It's radio.
Yeah, Nothing More is great. Jenny is still I think my favorite tune from them. That song is I mean, it deals with a lot in that song, and it's really good. Wage War.
Wage War. Okay, yeah, Wage War is another one I love. I've seen them. They're a band that. Again, has
they started out really heavy.
Their
really
sound
heavy.
is
They have
very
changed.
much gone
They have morphed a lot.
Radio friendly.
Yes.
So yeah, if you're listening to the last album and you listen to the first one,
I saw them in 2017 at Rock on the Range on like a side stage.
Yeah,
and I was just like, who are these guys? Because they were.
But I love them because Cody, the rhythm guitar player, has a beautiful singing voice.
Yeah.
They have, they have a screamer.
Yeah.
And you get that most of the time, but now their stuff is
a little bit more melodic.
A little bit more melodic. But what's another one?
Oh God, there's so many.
I'm trying to think of. Nerve. There's a band, NERV, Nerve. It's out there. And
Sally
that's Sally, the
Nerve.
podcast dog. She's a big fan of Nerve.
Yes, she's a big fan of Nerve.
Sally? What about?
What about Memphis Mayfire?
Memphis Mayfire. Yeah, I like Memphis Mayfire.
They're pretty good. They're a little different, a little heavier. Devil Wears Prada.
Now, let me tell you something about the Devil Wears Prada. These guys have been around for a while.
Yeah, they've been around a while.
And you know what? I've just always been, I'm not into that.
No?
I'm not into that.
No?
Now, I went to see them with Era opening. I think it was. This year? Yeah, I think it was this year. Wow, so much has gone on.
I know, it's been a year.
This year, or maybe it was late last year, I don't know. Anyway, I became a big Devil Wears Prada fan after I saw them. I love this new album. I've gone back to some other stuff, and there's other songs of theirs that I've liked in the past, but I've just never really gotten into them, but I am now.
Yeah, they're good. They're definitely making a name for themselves, so go check them out as well.
And can you think of any others?
Oh, let's see here.
Like brand new
bands that they need to check out.
Windwalkers.
Windwalkers are
is
good.
A band that my son Matthew turned me on to. I think they're very radio friendly. I really like the new bands that are that have the clean singing.
Yeah.
I love the screaming too. I love all screaming. I love half singing, half screaming. But I also like the more poppier sounding vocalists, whether it be
there's a couple
male
bands
or female.
like Backhand Blue out of Nashville, Tennessee. Features Eli Dykstra, who is from
Eli.
Sioux City.
Yeah.
That band's starting to get on the charts, so that you're going to start seeing them on regular airwaves soon, not just my underground show.
Oh, okay.
Another band you should check out that kind of leans, they're this modern rock country, like metal country
No thanks.
thing that they're doing. Alieska out of Omaha.
No.
They're different. I don't know, but they're good. It's just
What's
different.
that? Is it Lakeview that does
Lakeview? Yeah, they're kind of like Lakeview.
Yeah, Lakeview is
they are
kinda
kind of similar
rock
to that.
country.
Yeah,
Rock
yeah.
country.
But they're almost like they got the elements of metal in there too. Like they get to the hard stuff.
Well, I think we've given everyone a lot to think of.
Yeah, there is a lot to think.
There's
of.
a lot of contemplation that's going to have to go on for people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm sure we missed. I'm sure we're gonna go back and go, fuck, why didn't we put them on that list?
Oh, I didn't even think of them. Oh,
Right?
I didn't even think
It's
of
gonna
them.
happen. It's gonna
Well,
happen.
sure, it's going to happen.
And if you can think of somebody that we missed, put it in the comments. We'll have fun talking about that, and I'm sure there's going to be some big debates on.
Well, again, the big thing here now is that it's so much more subjective.
Yeah, it is.
Because the pool is bigger, and like we didn't share our lists,
Right.
and the rest of our friends probably all have a very different list.
I'm sure.
You know, it's I don't know that the longevity is still there for some of these upcoming bands.
It's hard to say.
Like Metallica. I mean, are we going to have these?
I think
upcoming
Metallica
bands?
will be there for.
But I mean, are we going to see these bands
The ones that the newer ones
be
have
around
that
for
kind
50
of longevity?
years,
I don't
40
know.
years?
I don't know.
I don't know. But anyway, you can find this podcast
A lot of different places.
Monkeyboyradio.com.
Yeah, monkeyboyradio.com. You can also find it on Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube. So, I mean, there's a lot of different places to go and find us and listen to us, like us, share, subscribe, do all the things that, to make sure that you can keep listening to us every week.
Right.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to see our faces in
God.
2026.
It's going to be scary.
But I think it'll make
it'll break the camera.
People
honestly.
can actually
It might break the internet.
People can watch us do our thinking. You know, when there's those long periods
They
of
can
dead
see
air
the
in each
smoke
episode.
come out of our ears.
They're like, wow, these guys are really putting thought into this. I mean, we do a lot of this off the cuff. It's just
it
our
just comes
thoughts
to our
and
thoughts.
opinions and the stupid stuff we have in our head that's worthless, like music facts. But hey, it's a good excuse to hang out.
It is.
And
I like it.
Be buds and do it. And so.
Absolutely. So anyway, you can find it, like I said, where, all those places we said.
Yeah, debuts Sunday nights around 8 p.m. Central on monkeyboyradio.com.
Yeah,
you just push play when you get there, and it comes up.
And it's there for you. And then, of course,
Eventually.
Spotify and everything else, you can find it. I have been Monkey Boy.
You have been.
I have been.
Always?
Always.
All right,
well,
I'm
at least
Ziggy.
for 20 years or so, 30 years.
I'm Ziggy.
Talk to you next time.